everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Sophie, and this channel is chronicling my journey of living my best life with multiple chronic health conditions. Today I just want to give sort of an overall update as to how things are going, and as you can imagine by the position I'm in, they are not going great. So I guess to start, I did have the appointment with the neuromuscular specialist last Monday, and it wasn't horrible per se, but it also wasn't good. They basically didn't understand anything I brought with me, and they were supposed to get it ahead of time, but it was never uploaded, even though I both faxed and emailed it to the person who sent it to me and verified with them the week before that it was received. So I don't know what happened there. So they were looking at everything just during the appointment. They're not familiar with like oxygen extraction or basically anything that I had on the 2-ish pages of sort of test trends. So that was disappointing. They did order a bunch of blood work, some of which, I think all of it is back now. And they also ordered a muscle MRI, which originally was going to get done last week, but I had to move it until, I believe it's like May 2nd or something like that, the first Friday in May. So that'll be coming up, and that's sort of where we stand medically. Nothing is really moving forward. He did say that he could try to see if he can convince someone to do a muscle biopsy, but he also said it would not include electron microscopy, which when it comes to mitochondrial and metabolic issues is very important. I don't know why it wouldn't include electron microscopy. He said they don't do it anymore, but they did it on my cardiac biopsy, so I know that's not accurate. And I've already had abnormal electron microscopy on my cardiac biopsy, so again, I don't know why they wouldn't just do it again if I were to have a muscle biopsy. But I am not convinced that he could convince anyone to do a muscle biopsy because he doesn't understand what's wrong with me. So I don't know how he's supposed to convince someone to do something. My cardiologist said she was going to reach out to one of her colleagues who's more familiar with the cardiopulmonary exercise test and ask them if they're familiar with peripheral limitations, which is what sort of mitochondrial and metabolic limitations are considered. They are apparently out of town, so she has not done that, but I told her that even if they were familiar with like the CPET and the peripheral limitation, it's still going to take a metabolic or mitochondrial specialist when it comes to like what other things I could be doing as far as treatment is concerned, because I am obviously progressing, and even though all of the supplements I take do help a lot compared to where I was in 2020 and 2021, it is obviously not enough to stop this progression. So I don't really know what's going to happen with that. Then, as far as how I'm doing, I'm fatigued. I'm more sleepy than normal today, but that's because of the barometer. But my muscles just aren't keeping up with basically anything. That is why I am in this position, because when I am sitting up, my back and my neck muscles get really fatigued and they start burning, and then I find myself leaning forward on my forearms to sort of take the pressure off of my back, though my forearms are already cramping at rest because I do a lot of computer work for my job. So then I go from at the computer at my office. My work office chair does have sort of the neck support and it can recline. So when I start noticing that I'm leaning forward, I will try to get myself to recline for a little bit. But you only do that so much because you can't really recline and look at the computer. So then I go back to sitting up and it's just round and round we go. So in the evenings after work, I tend to spend most of my evening like this. Normally I'll end up falling asleep, but that's fine. Just to take the pressure off of my neck and my back. And then I have the mouse, which is a vertical mouse, which is a lot better on my wrist and my arm because it's just a more natural movement. But I don't know what else to do. I'm just so incredibly tired. My body's just tired. And there's nothing really being done. It's not like I'm waiting for an appointment. I am trying to find a doctor who understands what's going on so I can be referred to the people who understand what's going on, which is not happening at any type of speed whatsoever. I don't really know what the rest of the week will hold or what or when the next video will be, because this is basically all I'm able to do at the moment. I am just trying to get through my work day, and then in the evenings I basically lay here until it's time to go to bed, and then I go to bed. But yeah, that's gonna be it. I hope you guys are having a good day whenever it is you are seeing this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.